All right, what's up, Facebook? Michael here. It's Talk About It Tuesday again. We are live with Pit Crew Roofing down in Florida. We've got Brittany, Tom, and Adam here. They are current customers of CompanyCam. We were just down in Florida for the FRSA. Talked to Brittany. She's doing some awesome things with CompanyCam that's maybe even different than what we're on the selling end. When we're selling CompanyCam, we're probably not showing you some of the things Brittany and her team are using CompanyCam to do. So without further ado, Brittany, Tom, Adam, tell us a little bit about Pit Crew, and we'll get you some questions rolling here.
All right. Well, we got established here in 2009. Working the Florida market, basically Brevard County, 72 miles long by about 35 miles wide predominantly. We are licensed for the whole state of Florida. We are a roofing contractor as well as a full general contractor. We do a lot of our work is in the insurance type business.
82% of our volume is insurance work.
So we like to focus on that. We do maximize those accounts with a lot of other vendors that we brought on board, like CompanyCam. Our majority of our business is roofing. That is our bread and butter. We are divided as three partners. You have Brittany, the general manager. I am the sales manager, and Adam is the production manager.
All in all, we have about 75 people here. So we do have, and they're all in-house employees. We don't use subcontractors like most states do. So we have, in Florida, we are gifted with the problem of trying to figure out how to take all the roofers and make them employees, which we have done. So fortunately, CompanyCam's been a big partnership with us in getting that done. And that's when I saw you up at the FRSA, I wanted to say hi and tell you thank you. And we really appreciated that CompanyCam is responsible for maybe 30% of our growth, give or take, just because we're able to document what we do. And since we bill insurance companies without documenting it, we can't really bill them.
Absolutely. And I know you said that statistic there when we were in Florida, and that was kind of the thing that resonated with me is, I can call a contractor and talk to a contractor about how great CompanyCam is. I know it is. We're owned by a roofing company. So I understand that, but to actually hear a number behind it of, a growth and seeing that because of CompanyCam is huge. What would you say? I know you've got some awesome things you're doing with CompanyCam, and we'll get to those, but what would you say, like, the number one thing when you guys started using CompanyCam? What was your thought? Was it a tough learning curve for them? Did you see an instant impact, or did it take some time?
Within the first week, what we did is we implemented it with all our staff, and we said, this is the way we're going to do time cards, guys. So we are no longer going to let you turn in paper time cards. You're going to have to take CompanyCam. You're going to have to turn the camera around so it's facing you, and you're going to have to take a selfie of yourself in your uniform with your harness on with the house behind you so I can see that you're there. So when we started implementing that within the first week, my payroll hours dropped by 30%, which is a huge cost saving across 50 to 75 employees. All because they were no longer tracking the time that they weren't really set up. They weren't ready to go yet. They were tracking their drive time, things like that we don't really pay for.
Awesome.
McDonald's doesn't pay you to come to work. They pay you when you're at work.
Yes.
You bet. And one thing that I took away from talking to you, and you said, hey, and you just mentioned it there, is, our guys have to be in uniform to get paid. They're representing Pit Crew, and A, I think that's awesome. B, I think that talks a lot to your culture at Pit Crew that you're able to get your team to do that. Do you think having that good culture within your company made implementing CompanyCam an easier thing?
I think CompanyCam brought the culture with it.
I think the guys out in the field have really started to like it because they can see what the other guys are doing and can kind of help / pick on each other a little bit.
So there's peer pressure.
So there's peer pressure that other people are going to see what I'm doing, and man, I want to make it look good because I watch the feed all day long of my guys as they take pictures of things they do. They ask me questions. Hey, what do you think? How do I do this? And I can tell them, hey, good job, bad job, do this. Was that the right thing to do? And it really has opened a direct line of communication to an instant message, so to speak, of production of the guy in the office being able to talk to the guy in the field.
Plus, the information that CompanyCam has brought to the sales side of our company is invaluable. Our salesmen, they go up on the roof. They can see the production going on because, that's what we do for a living. Most homeowners are not getting on the roof. They don't know the day-to-day actions or the piece by piece that's happening up on the roof, which is documented by the crew. This gives a great tool for us to take into the house to kind of give an overview to the customer of what we're really doing, so they can see the complexity of what they actually paid for. Because I don't believe that most customers actually understand what they're really getting done.
They don't understand when you're taking off a roof that you're taking off the roof, you're taking off the underlayment, you're renailing the deck. These are things that other roofing companies don't do, and we can show them step by step where we're doing it. Look, this is where we renailed your deck. This is where we put that underlayment on. These are the things that we do differently.
And when they have questions, we can answer those with a visual, because people are visual. They want to see it. You really did put that nail in there, because there's the nail. I see it. It's indisputable.
You bet.
I can't tell you how many times I've drugged CompanyCam in front of a judge and said, look, here you go. Here's what I did. Look, here's my guys. Here's where they were at. And the judge sides with me every time. Before I had that, I had an incredibly difficult time proving my billing.
Absolutely. And being a homeowner, I didn't come from the roofing world. So, the contracting space is new to me. And being a homeowner, I completely agree. I mean, you tell me that, my decking was rotted and now it's more expensive than what you initially quoted me. Yeah. And it's like, wait a second, like I wasn't up there. You gave me a price. Now you're telling me I owe you more. But if you have a picture to show me, hey, this is what your decking looks like, we have to replace it. It's going to be a lot easier for me as a homeowner to say, yeah, absolutely, get that replaced. I see it. Thank you. And that I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's probably going to get you referral business. Would that be a safe assumption that, when you do these things for homeowners, they're probably telling other homeowners that, hey, Pit Crew did a great job for us. You should check them out.
They like it, and they get very excited when they see it. And oh, can we see this? Can we see this album? Can you email this? And then we'll email them the album of photos. And I've seen several of our customers, they'll put the album of photos up on Facebook and say, look what my roofer did. This is crazy how many photos they have and how well documented this process is.
Mm-hmm. What, speaking of social media and putting stuff out there, do you guys do before and after photos with your jobs?
Yes.
Before,
during, and after on every full re-roof. The repairs have 2 sets of photos, a before, then the techs when they arrive do their before, during, and after. So essentially it's three sets of photos.
In terms of social media, though, Pit Crew does not post those online just because of privacy rights. Mm-hmm. We feel like if the homeowner wants to post it, it comes better from them. So we encourage the homeowners, here's your album from CompanyCam. If you want to put it on Facebook and give us a shout out, we'd love it. But we don't technically put the before and afters on Facebook because we just think it comes better from the homeowner.
Absolutely. And I think that's, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other with what companies think. But what you said there was, how you encourage the homeowner. It's one of those things where you don't know if you don't ask, and, helping that homeowner say, hey, if you would put this out, that would be great. And you talked about the galleries and sharing the photos. We had Troy with Balance Claims on last week with us. He was the inaugural Talk About It guy, and he gave you guys a great shout out when we were live there. But I know
we
you
like
guys
Troy. He does a good job.
Yeah, I mean, we say that loosely. No, I love Troy. I love Troy. But how easy is it for you to get your pictures over to Balance Claims? I know Balance Claims does quite a few jobs for you guys and handles a lot of claims. Does CompanyCam make that process easier than it was or would have been?
So we do it 2 different ways. So CompanyCam does not integrate with our CRM, which is AccuLinks. So we actually manually pull the pictures out of CompanyCam. We will drop them into AccuLinks, and then Total Balance Claims takes them from there. So they actually directly log into AccuLinks and get everything they need out of our files behind the scenes. CompanyCam, we could just give them a logo, we could just give them a login, and they could definitely access them without us doing that. We just prefer them to go through AccuLinks.
You bet. And AccuLinks is a great company, great CRM. We hear that a lot on our end. They're in the
They
Catalyst
are
group.
phenomenal, but they're dragging their feet on getting the integration with CompanyCam.
We'll keep pushing that. We're in the Catalyst
Keep
group.
pushing it, because I got a bunch of users with you. I got a bunch of users with AccuLinks, and that is my number one complaint. I used Contractors Cloud for a long time, so I have very good experience with that. And they integrated beautifully with CompanyCam. But unfortunately, their system was very complicated for a roofer. So we did switch over to AccuLinks. We love AccuLinks. It's great. But they definitely need to pick up CompanyCam integration for us.
Well, I will do everything I can on my end. Like I said, we're in the Catalyst group with AccuLinks, and so that's a great partnership of just vendors doing things the right way. So we have good interaction with them, and we've got direct contact with them. So we'll do what we can on our end, but that's definitely great feedback for us.
All right, and for the roofers out there, the most important thing you guys can do is get CompanyCam, because it makes us look professional as an entire profession. If you're out there not with CompanyCam or not taking pictures, because I don't believe there's another app out there, I've searched the market, you need to be, because you need to be professional, and professional roofers these days are using products like AccuLinks, Contractors Cloud, and CompanyCam.
Awesome. And you don't have to plug us like that. I appreciate that, though. One thing
Plugging
that I would...
my profession.
There you go.
My profession, because I see my coworkers out there, and God love them. Sometimes they need a little more technology.
Yeah. One thing that, when I'm working with customers that sometimes I get a little bit of pushback on, and then I always find when I talk to them, 6 months, 12 months down the road, they are like, man, Michael, I should have listened to you then. Would you say that the amount of time that you save per user that you have in CompanyCam more than pays for CompanyCam? Would that be an accurate assessment of that?
It'd be on pace for it. It saves cost. I measure that pretty significantly, because we do have a lot of employees, a lot of hours, a lot of payroll running through this company. It costs me $13, give or take, a month per user, and I save on the first week that, because he's no longer tracking his time where he drives to McDonald's and picks up his lunch and goes over there and puts on his harness and sets up his ladder. If he doesn't have his harness on with the ladder in the background and facing the house, he's not ready to work, so he's not clocking in. So right out of the gate, I think it pays for it on day one. I don't even think you have to wait for the whole month. The very first hour that you cut out of somebody's payroll because they're not playing by the rules, it takes care of the cost fee.
Absolutely.
Beyond that, we have something like 30,000 pictures in 6 months. Not a long time that we've been using CompanyCam, something like 6 to 9 months maybe, and we have 30,000 pictures.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Plus, with the insurance company, the ability to supplement with the picture verification
More than
to
pays
job
for
location by far pays for itself again times
We
10.
pay $250 a month to CompanyCam, if that, and we save it on day one of the month.
On one job.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we should be charging you a little bit more. You're telling me.
No.
No. Free service.
No. See, I still have to afford AccuLinks, and they're way more expensive. So if you're talking to AccuLinks, you tell them to lower their bill because they're too expensive.
I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna just get that integration done for you guys first off, but
that works too. Then they'll be worth the higher fee.
Yeah. So. Lots of great stuff here, guys, and definitely appreciate you joining us. Do you have I know you said you've shown it to judges, those kind of things. Do you have any stories or anything that would maybe resonate with a contractor that's, say, maybe on the fence of, hey, should I try CompanyCam or not? Of the cracked driveways, the ripped screens, any funny stories out there?
I have a fantastic, real, true story. I did a $70,000 metal roof. We had it torn off just before the hurricane that came through, and Hurricane Irma. So Hurricane Irma came through and caused damage to it, and then the homeowner sued me and said that I failed to put the roof on properly. I wasn't there. I hadn't shown up for a month prior to the hurricane, and the homeowner basically had said that I caused the damage to the house. Well, I had CompanyCam that showed that I had 3 people there to 5 people there every single day from the time I started the job, Monday through Friday, proceeding to the 2 days before the hurricane, at which point we stopped. So the judge said, no. She has tons of proof that she was there. She didn't abandon the job. You're full of it. And so we actually got all $70,000 awarded to us in that.
Awesome. You're just telling me all these ways that CompanyCam's putting money back in your pocket. I love it.
Just when you have the evidence, there's no disputing it. And without the evidence, you're just...
You bet. You bet. And I know we kind of touched on this a little bit. Is it easier for your guys to take photos through CompanyCam than any, like, whatever you were using prior to finding CompanyCam?
Yeah, they like it. It's very
Absolutely,
easy.
because it's easy to mark on them, write on it, circle, look here, what's this, tagging it. I mean, it's all very easy. Use it to measure stuff so somebody else can see, oh, okay, that's 12 feet. I need 12 feet, not 4 feet.
Yeah.
So we definitely use it. Nobody has training trouble, and if there is training trouble, there's 25 people standing in the same room that know how to use it. So it's as simple as handing your phone over to somebody else and saying, hey, teach me this. 2 seconds, they teach them.
You bet. Well, I heard initially we had this call set up for training for your sales team. Was that right?
You did.
We won't get into I called the day after the 4th of July, and I guess it wasn't a good day to call and get this lined up, but we got her lined up a little off, I guess. But
Pit Crew Roofing, we take our camaraderie seriously here. So we had a huge 4th of July appreciation bash for our employees, which everyone was a little tired and tuckered out the following day, which is when you called, and they thought you were calling to set up a sales training. So you did actually have 20 sales guys in the other office waiting for you, when indeed all you wanted to talk to was us.
But that's okay.
So if you could handle that, that'd be great.
On that note, I'll make sure one of our customer success people get that lined up and get that sales training done for you.
It's nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys jumping on with us. You know, I think there's going to probably be some questions that come from this on maybe how Pit Crew uses it. Reach out to me, Facebook world, and I'll make sure that, you know, we either get the answer for you, or, you know, Brittany's awesome and we'll jump on call or whatever.
I'll help out if need be. I did want to mention that we use the reports feature within CompanyCam. So once you take the pictures, you'll have to use the report feature. That's how we get the time cards. So just generate your time card through that report feature right now, and it works beautifully.
Perfect. And actually, so after you told me that and showed me that down in Florida, Luke, our CEO, and I kind of did some working, and through an integration we have with Zapier, we are going to throw together kind of just a little video tutorial, but I think we can even make that process easier for you guys. And then anybody else that wants to be using CompanyCam to track time. But we'll be able to push it right into a spreadsheet that then you can, you know, upload into your QuickBooks or whatever. So again, I appreciate you jumping on with us today. And, you know, I think that there was a lot of good information here, and have a good rest of your week, and keep killing it out there. Hey, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.